Hello, and welcome to this week's edition of Purple Eagles Insider. I'm your host, Brittany D'Angelo, and this week we talk with two members of the women's lacrosse team. Let's welcome our first guest to this week's show, junior midfielder Jill Ford from the Niagara women's lacrosse team. Jill, welcome to Purple Eagles Insider.
Hi, thanks for having me.
So congratulations on clinching a spot in the MAC championship this season. How does it feel to be looking ahead to the postseason?
It feels great. I think we're in a really good position right now. We got a big game coming ahead of us on Saturday, home field advantage, so I think it'll be a really good game for us.
Each of your first two seasons here at Niagara, the team has made it to the postseason but lost in the first round. What have you learned from those experiences, and what are some keys for the team to push through to the conference semifinals this year?
Well, I mean, those past 2 years, we've been in that position. We know what it feels like. I think this year was a new year for us. We got a lot of good players. We're a very talented team, so I think Saturday we can do it and get to the semis.
Your team is most certainly a very talented team, as you guys are third in the MACs currently in scoring offensively. Mm-hmm. What has been the secret to the attacking side of the game?
I think this year we focused a lot more on splitting up middies, attackers, and defenders. We split up during practice, and then middies and attackers, we shoot. We spend a lot of time on that, and then I know there's a lot of people that do a lot of extra time and do shooting on their own.
So we'll talk to your teammate Lexi Higgins in a bit. The both of you guys played at Hamburg High School before coming to Niagara. How have the two of you developed as lacrosse players throughout your time playing in Western New York?
The two of us, I mean, playing in high school, we were definitely connected very well, and then, I mean, we both connect on the draws, and now I'm taking draws, getting it to her. We developed just a really good connection between two of us that it just keeps growing every day. So,
you two are key players on the draw for Niagara, which has been a real strength for the team this season. How important is the connection to your teammates in that phase of the game?
It's a very important aspect of the game because you need the ball to score. So if you have the ball, the other team doesn't have the ball, so then you get the possession. But I mean, she knows exactly what I'm gonna do each time. We don't even have to talk anymore. It's just she knows. So the two of us just work really well.
Jill, thank you so much for coming on Purple Eagles Insider. It was a pleasure having you on the show.
Thank you for having me. Thanks.
Next up on the show, we have junior defender Lexi Higgins. Lexi, welcome to Purple Eagles Insider.
Thank you.
So this is the third season in a row the lacrosse team has made it to the MAC championships. Mm-hmm. What would you say have been the keys to success for the team this year?
I would say our coaching staff has focused a lot on what we've done in the past and what we've struggled with in the past. And in practices, we really focus every day on what we've done wrong in the last game, watch film and things like that, and that's helped us improve every single game.
What would you say are the main focal points that the team is focusing on to win this game on Saturday?
I would say that we really need to go into it and play a full 60 minutes of the game. I mean, my coach says it all the time, we have to play for 60 minutes. That's kind of like the quote of the season because we really struggle with playing really hard for the entire game, staying focused and things like that. And I think another really big thing is that we need to go into every game playing well on attack, on defense, and on the draws and put all of it together and play as a unit.
How important would you say the mental game is to the sport of lacrosse?
The mental game is the most important aspect in my opinion. I think that a lot of people struggle with mental toughness, and in the fall we work really hard. They try to break us down and try to build us back up so that we can get that mental toughness. The mentality is a huge part of it. I think that if we believe that we can win, I think we can do anything we put our minds to.
How would you say you have personally grown on the team this year being a junior defender?
I think the biggest growth that I've made this season is my mentality. I think that in the past 2 years I was younger and I was able to shut down a lot quicker. People would get in my head, I would play badly, I would make a bad play, and that would just affect the rest of the game. And I think that this season the best thing I've done is not let one small play get me down for the rest of the game.
So a big change to the NCAA game this year was the addition of that 90-second post-possession clock. How has that affected your game personally?
For me personally, I play defense, so the 90-second shot clock has been amazing because a lot of teams, they might try to hold the ball for a long time. Having a really long possession, playing defense for 2-3 minutes is really, really challenging. It's challenging to stay focused, and it's challenging to keep your mind in it and not fall asleep. So I think the 90-second shot clock has been incredible. I love it.
How important would you say is the connection with your teammates on the field and off the field?
The connection it needs to be there for sure. I think that team bonding is really important. Having the connection on the field helps us vibe out a lot better on the field and kind of not only play well, but have fun while we're doing it.
What would you say have been some of your favorite memories being on the team this year?
Some of my favorite memories being on the team, on every spring break we go to Florida, and that's always the best because we have to play in really cold weather, so going to Florida and being able to just play in penny and shorts is one of the best things ever.
So taking a look back on the regular season, what are some of your own personal goals that you've accomplished?
I know last year on the draws, I had kind of a partner in crime on the circle, and that was Danielle Mayo, and this year I don't really have that exactly, so it was a big goal of mine to be able to still keep up and be able to have just as many draws as I had last year, if not more. And I think that was one of my personal goals, and I think I've done that.
Well, Lexi, thank you so much for coming on Purple Eagles Insider. It was a pleasure having you on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Good luck on Saturday.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us this week on Purple Eagles Insider. Be sure to come support the women's lacrosse team this Saturday for the first round of the MAC Championships at 1 p.m. For more information, visit purpleeagles.com. Once again, thank you for watching this week's episode.